Hey, my name is Dr. Knot, and this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery Part Quattro. And today, we took a rest at the statue last night, gained 2 stamina, and had a nice little dream encounter with the Archmage. And today, what shall we do? Shall we go to the east side? Looks like there's some stuff over there. Because I think the north side is kind of like, you know, we're getting to it. So let's save that. Let's go this way. There's the market as well, but let's go this way first. The arch to the merchant's building leads away here. An alley runs past it. A pillory sits to the north of here. The early morning sun makes the air glow. A prisoner stoops, half asleep inside the stocks of the pillory. At the alley, glancing down the alley, you see a distant touch of smoke. Some kind of fire? You could cross the square or explore the fringes. Let's go down the alley. I don't really care about the pillory, honestly. Okay, I made a mistake. You enter an alley littered with refuse. Buildings either side are leaning or collapsed, and there's this gang, 3 musketeers. In the dim half-light, you nearly trip over 2 men who are leaning against a wall. They straighten and turn to you. "Seems we have a visitor," one says. His eyes are closed, and so are his comrades. These are deadly red eyes of Kari, whose very gaze can burn. "Brother," one greets you, nodding. Oh, Meg, we did not have a good experience with them in Kari, and I wouldn't mind avoiding them now again. "What are you doing so far from Kari?" "We are wandering, brother," the man replies. A moment later, you hear the crunch of footsteps. There is another now standing behind you. You raise a hand in wordless blessing. The sightless creature nods its head in reply. "Effie be with you too," the creature replies and stands aside. You continue along the road. A lane leads off. The air moves a little around you, still icy, but fresh. Looking down the lane, you see a large tavern, but it appears to be closed at the moment. Time to continue. Okay, that was nice. So as long as we bless them, there's no reason to get into fights with people that are like Cyclops from X-Men. Burn us with their gaze. So, Effie be with you, and also with you, and on our way. You follow the road to a junction where a collection of nestled, winding alleys lead away. As the morning moves on, the wind begins to rise. Peering down them hints at a maze of twisting paths and shadowy nooks. There is a small fire here, which a few figures sit glumly round. The people gathered here have a cluster of tents to one side, along with packs of gear. A small fire burns in a dug-out pit, and they sit around it, chatting over a bubbling stew. You approach the fire and are invited to sit down. Oh, that's the fire? Okay. The people around the fire are all friendly enough and in good humor, dressed in shabby clothes. You address the chattiest of the lot. "Greetings." "Greeting ye-self," she replies, laughing, jerking her thumb at you for the benefit of the others around her. "What is this place?" "This is the backside of Mompang," she cries, and the others laugh. "Do you live here?" you ask. "If you can call it that," she shrugs. "We're working, really. We're treasure hunters." "I do not see much treasure," you say. "Ha! Good one. It is in the alley here, hidden in the loops. It is hard living, because you never know where to look." "These alleys are enchanted?" "Cursed, more like it. The paths wander, or it's the buildings. Or maybe it's the buildings. All I know is that you find a garden one day, then walk the same route the next and stumble into a temple instead. The eyeless god themselves couldn't navigate this place." "Is this place old?" "Oh, yes. Places disappear for years and years, then pop back up. That is why we treasure hunters are here. If you stumble upon the right chunk of space one day, it might be brimming with treasure. That is the beauty of it. It will never be stripped like a ruin." "Are the alleys dangerous?" "Oh, yes. First off, you will probably get lost and starve to death. Otherwise, there is no telling what will happen. Why, Helmund over there once ran straight into a dragon. Next day, of course, he didn't. It must be an illusion. Makes our living well enough. My belly ain't no an illusion, she answers practically. The hunter pokes you in the arm. What about you? Who by Gred are you? I'm just a traveler, she laughs. Mompeng doesn't get travelers, unless something's changed around here. What about those people that I just walked past? What, are you kidding me? Can I hire a guide, you ask? You can pay someone. They'll lead you in and run you through, not worth the trouble, or the expense if you're asking me. Tcha, as if they can run me through. Run them through. Do you know your way around the city, you ask? We're all the best gutter rats the city has to offer, she replies. We can get from anywhere to anywhere in this place. Tell me Mompeng's secrets, you say with a charming grin. The biggest secret of all, she murmurs. They say that's in the old abandoned college. We don't dare go there. Some do, another remarks. None come back, though. Whatever the alleys have got, the inner college has it 10 times worse over. The treasure hunter picks her teeth. Look, good luck to you if you go that way, but I wouldn't. Now, off you get. You get to your feet. Rat scurries over your foot, then stands nearby, boldly staring. The alleys are a rat's nest of buildings and winding streets. They seem to go on forever, and yet curve immediately away out of sight. The buildings surrounding you are old and poorly built, in stark contrast to the martial efficiency of the rest of Mompeng. Most are sagging and leaning, but you can see shadows moving in the windows. Despite the grim setting, people still live here. Several alleys lead off from here. Where's the college? What are you talking about, the college? Let's see what this clue says. The inner college area has been abandoned for as long as anyone can remember. Okay, you're gonna tell me where that is, or what? Is that like this? I don't think so. Is that this? I don't know. Let's go. We probably shouldn't, but let's go. You head into the alleys cautiously, trusting to luck as you choose your directions. As the sun climbs the sky, the winds blowing between the buildings begin to rise. Paths turn this way and that until you reach a fork. You look down one of the alleys. It seems no different than the one you followed here. Indeed, it looks exactly the same. The second alley looks all but identical to the first. We'll just keep going left. Your instincts suggest the left road, but you will have to keep moving. You must surely be reaching the edge of the alleyways by now. You have walked a considerable distance. To your surprise, the alleyway emerges suddenly into the crossroads of the fire pit, where you started. What? The fire at the crossroads is still burning. Let's try again. You disappear into the alleyways once more, following lanes that seem to switch back and twist in on themselves. The sun has reached its highest point now. After passing several blocks, you begin to develop the sense that there is more land here than could possibly fit. Stopping to turn around on the spot, you see no movement. The buildings are empty, their shutters hanging loose, and a gentle smell of decay drifts across the streets. Is there anyone there? You cry out. Your words echo away down the tight alleys, coming back to you after a minute or two from another direction. There is no response. Huh. You move cautiously onwards. The alleyways all look the same. You stumble around a corner to come upon a small open square in which a single building lists slightly to one side. The building is made of haphazard stone blocks, roughly piled on one top of the other into a slightly listing structure. It is, however, most definitely a house. Curious, you approach this building. Is this place the cause of the strange disturbance to this area? What? Why would you think that? Why would I think that? That's a weird thing to think. Let's eat something. Gotta eat once per day, and just in case I'm fighting something here, get a little more stamina. You approach the house, a narrow two-story affair that, like most of Mompeng's buildings, is showing signs of tumble and decay. As you approach, you notice the front door is hanging ajar. You put your ear to the open door. There are no sounds coming from within. You peek in the side window, glimpsing a kitchen. A few embers lie in the hearth, but no one is cooking. You knock firmly on the door. It swings open further, revealing a shabby hall. No one comes to greet you. Hello? You call into the house. There is no response. Alright, let's just go inside. You walk inside, wincing at your own impropriety. Are you kidding me? I did like everything I'm supposed to do. Front hall, let's go. The front hall is sparse, but cared for. Your feet... I thought it said stink. I was like, what? That's weird. Okay, your feet sink into a colorful rug. To your right, there is the kitchen you spied before. Some stairs are nearby. There are several vases of flowers, all fresh. This place is clearly not abandoned. There are a few ways to go. I'm not leaving. Let's go see if we can pilfer some food before we get found out. You head into the kitchen. It is clean and spacious. Dried meat hangs from the rafters, and a bundle of fruit sits in a basket by the door. A piece of paper lies on the table, which is scarred from cutting knives. There are more flowers here. You pick up the piece of paper. It is a series of directions beginning from the crossroads, turn left, second right, third left, first right, and so forth. A guide to the alley, perhaps? Let's take it. You put it into your pack. Hopefully whoever wrote these directions down has now memorized them. You hack off a piece of meat and snatch an apple, stowing them in your pack. You leave the kitchen and return to the hall. I mean, I'm to the point where we might as well just look around. Could try upstairs? I shall try upstairs. I bet you someone's sleeping. You head up the stairs. The upper floor is one large room. 2 double beds sit at opposite sides, with trunks at the foot of each. A rug is in the center, with a few toys scattered about. A small table sits by one wall with a small box on top of it. The flowers here have been chosen to match the paint on the walls and furniture. You search through the trunks, finding only linens and clothes. It seems like a woman lives here with a few children. Under the beds is nothing but dust. The box is locked, but rattles when you shake it. You turn the box over in your hands, only to hear the door opening downstairs. A muffled woman's voice comes from below. Forgot to lock it again. Those children. You hear her moving around in the front hall, humming to herself. You wait, tense. You hear footsteps on the stairs, and the woman's head pops into view. Whoops. Her eyes widen. Who are you? She demands. What is a monk doing robbing my house? You hold up your hands, calling for peace. She glares at you. Well, she demands. I mean you no harm, you say. Her eyes narrow. Then why are you here? There's nothing worth stealing, after all. I live in the worst house in Montpang. I have come to bless it. Shove it! You've come for a donation, she harumphs. This used to be a nice area, you know, but the neighborhood has really gone downhill. What happened to the alleyways? I have no idea. Something rotten. There used to be a grid. A grid! Can you imagine? You could walk home drunk in the dark. Now if you tried that, you'd probably end up in the outer yards. She peers at you. But you are an odd one. What are you even doing in this part of town? Why don't your clothes fit? You would not believe me if I told you, you reply. Try me. I'm an old hag, the woman replies sharply. Oh, I have to say it? I am not from Montpang. I've never heard such a thing, her eyes narrow. The world outside the wall is dead and dust, she asserts. You can't be from outside. There is a lush and verdant world out there. I don't believe you. Outside? How do we even look alike? You must be some kind of mutant on the inside. Still, I'm glad you made it back from the horrors out there. No wonder you barged in like you did. I bet seeing a house or a street is strange for you. Come on, straggler. She heads towards the kitchen, calling for you to follow. The name's Mulka, by the way, she shouts. Yeah, let's go hang out. You follow her into the kitchen. Sit, sit, she says. You sit, while she bustles around. I am not sure whether to be honored or frightened of you, she titters. Would you like something to eat? Or perhaps play some dice and chat? I do love a good game, but I have scant time for it now that the children are getting older. May I ask you some questions? Ask away, Molka says. What is your profession? I'm a clerk, she says. I scribe records of the farmers, keeping track of who is growing what and how much. Why? So the guards know how to distribute the food. Otherwise, we'd starve. Do you know how I can get to the tower? What? The Archmage's tower? Why on earth would you go there? A quest! A what? Like an errand? Well, whatever you are doing, stay away from the tower. Too dangerous. She shakes her head. But otherwise, did you try heading straight for it? It's guarded, obviously. There are no secret ways in? Not that I have heard of. Not that I ever heard of. No one goes in or out. Archmage does nothing but sleep. Are you a widow? Yes. My husband died just after the twins were born. At least, I think he did. He was always exploring, trying to find ways out of the Citadel, convinced there was a better life to be had beyond the walls. One day, he went out and didn't come back. I had a wife after that, but she left. Why did your wife leave? A younger woman, isn't that always the way? Some maid on the far side of town. I've yet to run into them, thank the gods. That's mostly because I'm stuck in this flea pit backwash part of town. Finish her point, she gobs into a corner of the floor. Ugh. Well, you are a nosy one, Molka remarks, her voice full of humor. I am terribly hungry, you tell her. Can you give me anything to eat? Of course I can, she replies, fussily serving you some bread and cheese, and then watching as you tuck in. She does not appear to notice the missing fruit or meat that you took. Molka opens a cupboard, and a dead rat tumbles out. Ugh. She tuts before putting the rat back on the shelf. Okay, we're done. We're done. Get up, thanking Molka for the hospitality, and head into the street. That's it. We didn't get... I don't want to play dice right now, so... Don't light any blood candles, cries Molka as you leave. What the hell does that mean? Alright, back to the alleys. You walk onwards. Once more, you tumble out into the crossroads of the alleyways. Oh, we can get back to the crossroads? Let's just do that quickly. You emerge into the road once more. You could return to the alleys or make your way across Montpang. You found one new clue. I don't know where this college is, first off. Is it over here? I don't think so. It looks like water again. Let's check out the clue first. A blood candle. You were given advice. In the dark chamber of night, do not light your way with the blood candle. Okay, that's kind of what was said. Alright. Well, those are the alleys. We'll maybe check out the east road here next time. And then we'll follow back, and I guess we can't walk up this way, of course. So we'll try to find a different way in. I'm not seeing anything that's apparent on the map. Look like rivers or something coming down the side of the mountain. So, I don't know. Alright, we'll try figuring out how to get in there. It should be interesting. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.